Has there ever been a person who has had a larger than life impact on your life? This person also happens to be a famous person you have no direct connection to. If so, then you are like me. One person who has had an influence on my life that cannot be expressed by words is the best player in the NBA, LeBron James. High school was a tough time for me academically and athletically, and seeing LeBron James persevere through tough times made me do things I thought I wasn't capable of. Everyone has someone impact their life in a way that friends and family cannot. However, the professions of these famous people vary from person to person, as they could be musicians, athletes, artists, etc. In my speech, I'm going to give you the reasons for why LeBron James had a great influence on my life and how his greatest achievements influenced me. I'd like to give you some basic information about LeBron James' background. LeBron James is the most famous athlete in the world. According to biography.com, LeBron James was born December 30th, 1984 in Akron, Ohio to Gloria James. He was the only child who bounced around with AAU teammates and his mom because his mom didn't have enough money to put food on the table some nights. LeBron James showed lots of natural talent for basketball at a young age, and his mom signed him up for AAU basketball early on. For y'all that don't know what AAU basketball is, AAU is an elite basketball circuit where some of the best teenagers in the country are allowed to play. LeBron James showed so much promise as a kid that carried into his high school career as he was lighting up scoreboards all around the country. According to notablebiographies.com, LeBron James accumulated 2,657 points, 892 rebounds, and 525 assists in his 4 years at St. Vincent St. Mary's High School. Due to his ridiculous high school stats, LeBron James was nicknamed the Chosen One and was on magazine covers everywhere. This led him to be one of the few high school players drafted out of high school to the NBA. Now that I've shared some basic info about LeBron James, I'm going to talk about how he influenced me. LeBron James has impacted my life because of his legendary on-court accomplishments. According to SI.com, LeBron James is the first player in NBA history to come back from being down 3-1 in an NBA Finals series. He helped lead this legendary comeback while averaging 29.7 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, and 8.9 assists per game, while shooting 49.4% from the field during the 2016 NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors. Not only did he come back from being down 3-1, he did this against the Warriors team that won 73 games, which is an NBA all-time record for regular season wins, and the Warriors are favored to win the championship by a favorable margin. Not only did he do the impossible in 2016, but he also has some of the greatest stats ever. According to TheRinger.com, LeBron has made 12 All-NBA first teams. He's the number 3 scorer all time ahead of Michael Jordan, despite Michael Jordan being considered the greatest scorer of all time, and despite LeBron taking 1,246 less shots than Michael Jordan. And he's also made it to 8 straight NBA Finals. However, it isn't just LeBron James' on-court accomplishments that inspired me. His off-court accomplishments are just as legendary. LeBron might be considered the greatest of all time on the court, but he may be considered even better off the court. According to USAToday.com, LeBron James started a school for grades 1 through 8 in Akron, Ohio, for challenged kids. He started this school called the I Promise School to give back to his hometown. The school randomly selects disadvantaged kids based off certain criteria and provides them with a uniform, lunch, and valuable education. Test results came back from the school and they have been nothing short of excellent so far. Not only did LeBron James start a school, but he makes sizable donations to various charities every single year. According to ClutchPoints.com, LeBron James has donated millions to the Boys and Girls Club and various other organizations that fight hunger, health, and help education. LeBron James makes a lot of money, but he donates a lot of his salary to charity. These are some of the reasons LeBron James has inspired me to achieve greatness. Everyone has a superhero they look up to in their life, and LeBron James is mine not only because he's a great basketball player, but he happens to be an even better person. Few other athletes have impacted their respective sport in the world in the way that LeBron James has, and that's why I think he's the greatest athlete of all time. Alright, question time. James wants to know, was LeBron James always someone you looked up to from a young age, or is he someone that you started looking up to in high school? That's a good question, James. But LeBron James is actually someone I started looking up to in high school. When I was a kid, I didn't really like LeBron James because I thought because the media portrayed him as a villain. But later on, I kind of realized that whole thing was kind of overblown, and I started to become a fan of him. And in 2016, when he came back from being down 3-1, that was the cherry on the cake for me. That's that's when I knew he was someone I really wanted to look up to. He was someone that could be a role model for many people besides just me. All right, next question. Serena asks, what do you think of LeBron James' comment about China? Well, Serena, I obviously didn't agree with LeBron James' comment about that. Based on my last presentation, you know my thoughts on that. And, he obviously didn't say anything smart. It was a very bad thing to say, but everyone's human, we're not perfect. We're all prone to making mistakes. Even the best / nicest people in the world can say something that's insensitive to the whole world. And he's done a lot on and off the court that I'll give him a pass on this one, but I hope he doesn't make that mistake again. All right, well, it looks like that's it for questions. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation.